Oh, I'm not.
Hey.
Hey. How are you?
Good. You?
Good. Hey, everybody. We've got about 30 people on. I'm just waiting for a couple more. I know they're still hopping on the call. We're so excited to have you tonight.
Thanks.
Amy's in her Plexus bus.
In a Walmart parking lot. I wrote on Facebook that we're slumming it tonight. We're parking lot dwellers.
Y'all are hilarious. I just saw that before I hopped on. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. I know your time is super precious and valuable. I met Amy a couple weeks ago when she came through Jacksonville with her 7 kids and her Plexus bus and her husband, and she came over and hung out with some of our team here in Jacksonville, and we had a really great night just chatting, and I love her as a person. She's becoming a fast friend of mine, and we're both going for Diamond this month, so she's become like my Plexus sideline sister, and she's just an amazing woman with the most incredible story, which she's going to share with you guys tonight. I know I asked her a couple questions when I met her and said, what made you finally do this business? Because like all of us, she was the ultimate skeptic. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear her story and just some of the things she's been doing with her team that we've kind of been chatting back and forth, what's been working really well for us and what's working well for their team. And I've got some questions for her at the end unless she goes over it about the Zoom calls that we're going to start implementing, because I know my team has had a ton of questions about them, and I said just hang tight. Amy's going to kind of explain how they've been working for her team and how you guys really got into the habit of doing them, because in the beginning people are always a little scared to do them, and how you overcame that with your team. So without further ado, go ahead and share your story, girl.
Aloha, guys. I'm Amy Paul. I'm from the island of Kauai. I actually grew up, I'm a Floridian at heart. I grew up in Florida, and so did my husband and Sebastian. Hi, Stephanie. I see you on there. Congrats on Emerald. You're awesome. You're amazing. So anyways, I got so connected with y'all's team there, and I just felt like God laid y'all on my heart because I truly feel a connection with Lynn. And like she said, we're both going for diamond, and we both made sapphire, and so we're both pushing really hard at this. So I wanted to give y'all a few tips that have helped my team grow. About 3 months ago, my team went from 150 a month to 430 a month. And I attribute that to the Zoom call. So we're going to go over that in a minute, but I just wanted to give you all a little overview of how I got started with Plexus to see if any of you on here can relate to this. So I was the mom that crawled to the coffee pot every morning. As you heard, I have 7 children and I homeschool. So I did not want anything to do with multi-level marketing. In fact, I thought people that did that needed to get a degree, go to school, and actually get a real job. And I would avoid people that were selling candles or jewelry or Pampered Chef. And my whole mindset had to switch. And it took me 8 months, 7 to 8 months of actually taking Plexus to start sharing it with people. So if you're a skeptic, I will tell you, don't do what I did. Do not wait 7 or 8 months, because by that time you could be making a really good income and you could be helping tons of your family and friends get healthy. So I started Plexus. I lost 20 pounds from baby number 7 without Weight Watchers, counting calories, killing myself at the gym, and doing Shakeology. Okay, so I lost 20 pounds, no postpartum, night sweats went away, hair falling out went away. I actually grew nails, and I mean, all of y'all have heard this before, no sinus infections. I mean, numerous things changed my health. So I was like, were y'all here? Raise your hand since y'all are muted if y'all were with Plexus when they did the iPad promotions. Okay, I see a few of y'all. Okay, so they were giving away an iPad for Christmas, and you had to get 3 customers, 3 ambassadors. And I was like, well, I'm just going to try and do it to win my kids an iPad for Christmas. So I got involved in this horrible training. At least at the time, I thought it was horrible because I didn't want to commit. You know, I have 7 kids. I didn't want to commit. I didn't want to give up Netflix every night. I didn't want to give up my time. I felt like that was my time, but I was held accountable in this training. So I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I'm not a quitter. So when I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. So I was held accountable. So when Lynn offers y'all a training, or Stephanie, or whoever else is a leader on this call, do it. The training is so important, and it encourages us as your leaders also to keep going and get excited and help you reach your goals. So I started this training. I won the iPad for my kids for Christmas, and a business started to organically grow from it. So that's how I got started. I hit ranks really quickly, gold, senior gold, back to back. And then at senior ruby, I sort of stopped for about 5 months, and emerald sapphire. So I've been pushing this business, that's what I like to say, sharing from my heart Plexus for 15 months, 16 months. And I'm going, hopefully, prayerfully, Lynn and I are going diamond this month. So don't get discouraged on your journey. If I could leave you with anything, if it takes you 4 years to get to emerald, I guarantee you Stephanie right now at emerald is not crying over how long it took her because she didn't make it in 5 or 6 months like some people. She's loving her soon-to-be Lexus and cashing her amazing paycheck that she just got. So that is what you need to think about. You need to think about in however many years would you be making $10,000 a month? With Plexus, if it took you 4 years, it would be so worth it. It would be so worth it. So keep pushing. Don't ride that MLM roller coaster. Keep thinking about the people that are your friends that have great results, and keep those people in your mind. If somebody has candida die-off and gets mad at you, push forward. Bless and release. You talk them through it. You give them as much information as you can. But if they will not listen, you just let them go. Don't dwell on it, and do not let those people affect what you want and your dreams and your futures in life, okay? If you don't have a ton of Plexus friends on Facebook, get them. Get on every Zoom thing that team training that Lynn does, because this is how you connect. You all should be friends, okay? So Holly, you should be friends with Amanda. Amanda, you should be friends with Crystal. You need to be friends with each other, because this is going to encourage you. You need a team. The way you grow and you get momentum is if you are all working together with the common goal. This month, your common goal should be to get Lynn to diamond, because if it wasn't for her, none of y'all would be in this business. So that's not prideful. That's not anything like that. What it is it's basically when somebody does something for you, you all band together and you push them forward. So I guarantee you when Noelle goes for a rank, you all band together with her and you push her up, because this is what we do as a team, and that's what creates momentum. So a few tips that I have for y'all. Obviously, you're posting on Facebook. Lynn tells y'all to do that. Selfies work the best, 2-3 times a day on Facebook. I know y'all hear this drilled into your head over and over, but if you go look at your Facebook accounts and think, well, I am posting all the time, but you go back and look and you're really only posting once a day, then you need to up that. If I was you, what I tell my team is I have a list, and I I try to tell them to do this list before they start scrolling Facebook every day. That list is post 2 to 3 times on Facebook, check it off. Message 3 to 5 people a day. You can either do that through Facebook Messenger, text, or phone calls. I know it's a novel concept, but the phone seriously works very well. If they can hear your voice, it's a lot better than a Facebook message, okay? So 3 to 5 people a day. These messages are very simple. Hey girl, I know you see me blowing up Facebook about this stuff called Plexus. I really want you to try it because I know it could help you so much. It's blessed our family and blah, blah, blah in these ways. Do you have 10 minutes you could talk this week? I'd love to chat with you. That's what you're saying. If you copy and paste it word for word, it's not that much time, guys. I mean, keep it a little personal. Your kids are so cute. You know, make things personal because these are your friends. And the reason you're sharing with your friends is because you love them and it worked for you. So you need to get the mindset out of your head that you're trying to get their money. Or you feel like that nervous, like, that like weird feeling when you push send to some people because you're like, they're going to think I'm just trying to get their money, or I'm going to feel like one of those network marketers. Don't think like that. Embrace it. You would not be embarrassed to say, I'm a detective. I mean, do you think Stephanie was like embarrassed to tell people she was a police detective? Oh no, she was all about it. Like, I'm not embarrassed to say I was military intelligence. I'm like, oh yay, I was military intelligence. So like, don't be embarrassed to say you're a network marketer. Practice it. Say it in the mirror. I'm a network marketer. Because if you could grasp how amazing this is, if you could put in your head, what would I do with $20,000 a month? Not $500 a month. Okay, I want y'all to think big, long term. What are you going to do with $20,000 to $30,000 a month? How would that change your family? Okay, we're traveling in a 45-foot bus. Some of y'all would probably not want to do that with 7 kids, but that was our dream. We're going to road school our kids all across the United States, and that's what that money did for us. So think about it, put it on a dream board, put it in your head, and solidify that. Think about your friends. It is not prideful to think, as I drive my Lexus down the street, you know, wave to the haters out there, because that's what you will be doing. You will be driving your Lexus, and people, I guarantee you, will look at you like it's the real deal, that network marketing is the real deal when they see the Lexus. When we took pictures with the Lexus, we had 3 people sign up that I had been working on for a year and a half. 3 people. A Lexus. That's what sold them on the company. So just keep sharing consistently. Reach out all the time. If you have a chicken list and you've been working on somebody for a year, that is not too long. I did not get my doctor girl and her husband for 1 year, over a year, and she hit Emerald this month at her 7th month mark with Plexus. Took me 1 year to get her. I kept reaching out. She kept saying no. I kept reaching out. And finally, she had just had a baby. Something resonated with her, and she, oh, that's so cute, Crystal, and resonated with her, and she signed up. And now she's Emerald. What if I had stopped? She's on my husband's team, and she took him from senior gold to Emerald back to back. Now, if you are stuck, if that's what you feel, you're stuck at gold, senior gold, ruby, one of those ranks, you are not stuck, okay? You are not stuck. You are making more than you did before. You just need to keep consistently pressing forward until somebody gets the vision like you have. There is not a lot of people like us. If you're on this call, you're a go-getter. There's 20% of people that are go-getters, okay? So let's say you sign up 100. 20% of those are going to be people that are ordering and running with you. So it does not take a ton. My upline has 13 level 1s, 13 people that she's personally sponsored, and she should hit diamond this month or next. Okay, so you don't need a ton, you just need a few good ones. It's a numbers game. Keep reaching out. Don't get discouraged. Keep reaching out. So Lynn wanted me to talk to y'all about the Zooms, and I get really excited about these because it really did transform my team. It takes a lot of work, but if you're in this for the long haul, you're in it with a lot of work. Multi-level marketing is not a lottery ticket. Y'all get that. So you want to work this business hard, and you want to get to the top. So what I would tell each of you, Christy, Holly, Sharon, this week, find 3 to 5 people to get on a Zoom with you and your upline. Now, your upline's not going to know what to do except Lynn. Probably Stephanie, some of the leaders will know what to do. So if your upline's not comfortable, keep going up until you get to somebody that's comfortable doing this, because these really do work. You find 3 to 5 people to get on a Zoom with you. You write them a quick message that says, hey girl, I would really love your support. Would you mind getting on a 20 to 30-minute Zoom call with me and my friend to listen about the opportunity of Plexus? You don't have to have your wallet, nothing like that. I just want you to support me. You need to use the words, I want you to support me, because your friends and family will give you 20 or 30 minutes. There's some people that might be like, no. But if you can just get 3 people on a Zoom with your upline can talk to them. They can get close to them. They can bond with them. I tell people, girls can go sit on the beach beside each other and they can be instant friends in 10 minutes. Facebook friending each other, they're best friends, they know their whole life story. So I can see y'all face to face right now. But Sharon, I can't get to know you because there's 50 people on this call. So if I can get 3 to 5 people on a call, I can get to know them. I can figure out what, their health concerns are, and I can just find their motivators quickly because I've read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So read that book. But you have to learn people's motivators and their cues. You can see their facial expressions. When you say something about health, you can see if they are wondering about health or if it's money. So that's what you need to do. Get a Zoom with 3 to 5 people, no more than 5. Because if you get more than 5, it's impersonal like this. So 3 to 5 people on a Zoom with your upline. What your upline is going to do is they're going to go over the Fab 4. That's it. Just the Fab 4, talking very quickly, throw some testimonies in there, why they got started with the business. Lynn will give her short business and health testimony. And then the person that got on, like Chris, you invited 3 to 5, you would give your short business and health testimony. This is not sales-like. It cannot be that way. Picture sitting around for coffee with your friends. That's the atmosphere you have to create on a Zoom. Chill, relax. I don't have a format. People ask me that all the time. I go off the people and what they need. And that's what you have to do. If you're trying to follow a format, you're going to mess up and they're going to tune you out. So just follow them, follow their cues, and just talk about the Fab 4, your health testimony. Don't get nervous. I tell my team, fake it till you make it. If you're not a type A, if you're scared to talk in public, just fake it. They don't know that. Throw up after, get sick after, whatever. But do not, when you're talking to somebody, just fake it, smile, bluff, whatever you got to do. But just get people in your upline. Your upline is there to help you, okay? They're not there to answer every question that you have that you can find the answer to yourself, but they are there to help you grow because that is in their best interest to help you grow. So we want to help you grow. Growing is not posting on team pages all the time, commenting on everybody's Facebook page. Growing is personally signing. So if you've fallen into just scrolling Facebook, posting on team pages, but not personally signing 3 people a month, then you are in management mode and you need to go back to the basics. Okay, go back to the basics, get to signing people. How you do this, I tell my people every day, you go to a store. We load up our 7 kids and we go somewhere. Because I've already gone through all my contacts. I mean, I'm still posting, I'm still getting people from Facebook, but Facebook is not my main source anymore because I've already exhausted that. So load up your kids and go walk around Walmart with the sole purpose of handing out 3 business cards. That's it. And you walk in, like tonight, Eric and I, we got 2 new Facebook friends from Whole Foods. All we did was walk up and he handed them a card and said, hey, you're pregnant. You need to check out these products called Plexus. They're all holistic. My wife took them with baby number 7. And she was sort of like, you could tell she was like, ugh. So I had to like step in because he's a guy, you know, so I just step in and like make it not uncomfortable anymore. And I was just like, oh, you're so cute. You know, these are all of our kids. And, you know, I started talking about girly stuff. And then by then I was like, are you on Facebook? You need to follow us on our journey, because she was asking about us traveling. I was like, are you on Facebook? Okay. And I handed her my phone and said, can you find yourself on Facebook and friend me? So I actually physically hand people my phone. And I say, oh, because people aren't going to say no. They will at least put their name in and hit add friend, but they won't sometimes accept it. But they will never turn your phone away, I promise you. They're not going to think you're a crazy stalker. You're just going to say, hey, let's be Facebook friends. And you hand them your phone and tell them to type their name in. We do it all the time. So be bold. Be confident, hand your phone to people and ask them to be your Facebook friend, and hand out 3 to 5 cards a day. That is how you're going to build your contact list, following up with those people. So the 2 girls we just got their number for Whole Foods, we're going to write on our list.
3, we got 3. Probiotic lady.
Okay, 3. So probiotic lady. And that's what I'll write on my follow-up. So then I'll send her a message through whatever means I got, and then we'll say, hey, would love to talk to you. If they ignore you, 2 weeks later, hey, just wondering if, you'd like to talk about these products at all. I mean, you just constantly follow up, guys. So get a Zoom. That's like what I would say should be your number 1 goal this week, is get a Zoom going with your upline. And then if Lynn is offering a training, you need to be in the training. The training is so important. It's even important for me because the trainings will tell you like income producing activities. Post on Facebook, contact 3 to 5 people, watch a Diamond documentary, watch a motivational video. These are things that we need to do even as leaders, because we get discouraged just like everybody else does. You know, we still need to learn. That's why I'm on this call, because I can say the same thing Lynn says, but coming from a third party, sometimes it just comes out differently, you know, and as leaders, we should all be brainstorming with each other. Because Rebecca, you could teach me something I never knew, you know, and it would be like this light bulb moment, like, oh, that's genius. I need to start doing that, you know. And so if we can all help each other, this isn't reinventing the wheel. We don't need to all come up with new trainings, all do all of this stuff all the time. That's a waste of time. We need to do income producing activities. That's signing new people up. Celeste Quinn has signed up however many level 1s. She always talks about what she does is she signs people up. She doesn't go into training and management mode. She signs people up. So numbers game, guys. The more people you sign up, the quicker you're going to go with Plexus. So get a Zoom. Oh, I got something. If you sign up a newbie, what you should tell your newbie, y'all have all heard this objection. Well, I don't want to post on Facebook yet because I don't have a testimony, right? So what do you say to that? What I tell everybody is, that's okay. I have a great one. So this is what I want you to write on Facebook. So excited to start this company called Plexus that my friend Amy told me about. She had better sleep, better energy, better gut health, and lost 20 pounds. Would anybody like to try this with me? That easy. They're not saying this works. They're just saying they're using your testimony. So most people, when you block that objection with that, what I just told you, those 2 lines, they will post that. So to make it even easier for newbies, because remember, when somebody's new, the easier you can make this business, the better your outcome. And the reason behind that is because everyone is nervous when they first start. They don't know what to do. It's like getting a brand new job. You sign them up, and then you're like, what do you do? So then you throw them into trainings and Zooms and all of this stuff that's too much. So what we do is we tell them, here's your 2 lines, post this on Facebook with your picture. They don't even have the product yet, so they can't post a picture of the product usually. They post those 2 lines in a selfie. When someone comments or even likes that post, you start a 3-way message with you, them, and the upline. That's it. Separate ones. So basically, Anita, you're on here. If you did that post, you would tell Nancy. If Nancy likes your comment, you say, hey, Nancy, thank you so much for supporting my Plexus page. I don't know much about Plexus because I just started, but my friend Lynn's been doing this 15 months. You got to hear her testimony. And then Lynn takes over for you. The reason behind that is a newbie doesn't understand to say blood sugar, gut health, and inflammation. They don't understand. And as soon as somebody asks them a question, they're going to freak out. And they're going to be messaging you. What does Plexus do? How much does Plexus cost? Do I tell them to do preferred or wholesale? What do I say? And that creates panic in the newbie. People don't like that feeling, and they quit Plexus, or they don't promote it as much. Because if y'all are like me, I'm sort of a people pleaser. So that feeling of posting on Facebook made me ill. To post like Plexus on Facebook, it made me ill. Now I post it everywhere. And then the thought of somebody asking me a question that I didn't know the answer to, like, well, are there scientific studies on Plexus? I would freak out. Like at the beginning, I would freak out. So to make that easier on your newbie, you start a 3-way message with your upline, because they have the experience now. It doesn't scare me anymore when people ask me questions, because I know the answer. But there is a learning curve. So you have to let people, get that learning curve going, ease them in as easy as you can and as painless as possible. So training, Facebook post, 3-way messages. What else, Lynn?
I think those are the main things, and we do talk about that a lot. It's great to hear it from you too. And I forgot to, when I introed you guys, that Amy and her husband are a Sapphire Emerald couple. And so when we say dream big about the opportunity of this and the income, Emerald is about 120,000 a year, Sapphire's 220, I think, and Diamond's about 440. So it's crazy to think that this has happened. And I know we all kind of come into it just hoping to make a couple $100, but I love what you said about stop thinking that way and thinking, oh my, what would I do if I had $20,000 to $30,000 a month that I'm bringing in? And that is just so attainable and possible with this opportunity. And I love how Amy got started, because I asked her, I said, how did you get started? She said, well, Eric's good friend, who's also, he's a Diamond Plexus ambassador, came over to Hawaii and said, you guys are stupid if you don't do this business. Talk about being bold. And they both said, we're not doing network marketing. He said, okay, well, you guys are stupid. So then they thought about it and they were like, maybe we should do it, right?
Yeah, so that's like the Abarts. I don't know if y'all have watched him, Jared and Kristen Abart. So yeah, like we were just taking the product, and after the Jules trip, they all flew to Maui to have a barbecue with us. So we had double diamond couples. We had the Abarts, the Welches, the Martins, the Spones. I mean, I don't know who else. Probably 7 or 8 diamonds came to Kauai, and we were all doing a barbecue because we knew them like pre-Plexus. And they basically told us, you are just stupid. That's exactly what they said. They said, you have got to do this or you're stupid. And my husband was like, okay, I guess we should try. And then he said,
They said it in a really nice way, though.
yeah. And then Eric was like, okay, Amy, you better do this. And I was like, what?
Well, yeah, because if you stumble onto something life changing, whether it's a product or a pair of shoes, or in this case Plexus, right? You want to see all your friends be successful. You want people to have life changing financial blessings and opportunities. And it sure changed our lives, and that's really the way they came at it when we talked about it that night. We'd never considered network marketing as a profession. I never thought that we would ever be Plexus people. But, after speaking with them, they basically just said, look, man, this is just, it's working smarter, not harder. This is one company where the opportunity is actually there to make a lot of money and not that long of a time frame. And in addition to the whole financial, blessings, I mean, the number of people you get to help is just phenomenal. And we've got 2,000, 2,500 people on our team right now. And I can't tell you how many people at every opportunity meeting stand up and just talk about how their lives have been changed, health-wise. And it's just a huge blessing to hear that all the time, and know that we have executives in the company that really care about us and care about people as well.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for jumping in there, Eric. We love to hear from you too. Like a man of Plexus. My husband's my biggest supporter now too, and kind of the same way. He's like, you better go do this. I'll give you a year to make this successful, or else you're going back to real estate. So, yeah. Another thing before I forget, Amy, I love, because we've talked a lot on our team and in the coaching group, which they know we've followed your format. They're loving the 4-week coaching group. It's awesome. There's always a time where people are like, I feel like I'm bugging people if I'm following up. It's uncomfortable. Nobody's answering me. I'm so bummed. Like, they've read my message. Like you said, your doctor's wife over in Hawaii, you followed up with her for a year, and then she joined you and went emerald in 7 months, but she was a tough one. And I loved how when you shared with us that night, you had to approach her differently because he made $500,000 a year as a top doctor. So you had to find a way that would speak to her heart about why she should do Plexus.
So basically, I tell people all the time, I'm like, you're not bothering people. I mean, Lynn messaged me yesterday, and I didn't get back to her till tonight or something. You're not bothering people. People are busy. I mean, they really are super busy. Have you ever meant to answer a text message and then you just forgot? And then somebody messages you, you're like, oh crap, I forgot I was supposed to answer them. So that's what it is. People are just busy. They really do. You just need to keep reaching out, reminding them. You need to keep saying hey, there's a 15% promotion this month. I really want you to try these products. Do you see how I'm acting more bold? Would you please try these products, or would you be interested in hearing from me? Don't say that. Take it out of your vocabulary. Just say it like, I want you to do this business with me because I know you have an amazing personality and I want you on my team. That's how you approach it. Like, we walk into Whole Foods in Mississippi, and I walked up to the girl behind the cheese counter. I said, you're my people because we're holistic too, and you have such an amazing personality. I'd seen her working with some other people, and I said, I want you on my team. Do you have 10 minutes to talk this week about this awesome opportunity I have for you? I didn't mention Plexus. I didn't start going blood sugar, gut health, inflammation. I just told her, I complimented her about her amazing personality. So start doing that. Just walk up to people and say that. Cashiers, I want you on my team. You have a great personality. Do you have 10 minutes this week to talk?
Yeah, they're going to start thinking that we only stalk people at Whole Foods.
Yeah, that's true. We stalk people everywhere.
We need a map with all the Whole Foods locations across the United States.
Because they're your people.
Yeah, and you know what? They have that huge probiotics section. And
yes.
Amy thought I was a dork today, right? But I walk by and I see this lady. She's been standing there forever just staring at the probiotics. Like when people stare at the 1,000 jars of honey and they don't know which ones to buy. And so, I just walked up to her and I was like, look, that used to be us. I was like, there's a ton of options here. You don't know which one to buy. Tell you what, here's a card. This ProBio 5 right here on the front. That's the one you need. I did a quick explanation, and she was just blown away. So thankful that she finally found the perfect option for the probiotics she needed. So really, it's not just Whole Foods or grocery stores, but it's important to expand your social circle, because our social circle, Facebook, right? It's either all Plexus people or people that are already ambassadors. We might have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 in there that are still kind of hanging on to the outer edges. But you need to expand your social circle. Get out there and talk to people. People need Plexus. They need financial freedom. They need friends.
Yeah.
So,
and don't be afraid of people that make money, people of influence. That's the one thing that our the doctor and his wife, they always talk about. She hit it in 7 months. Everybody's like, well, you only hit it because you're a doctor and you have friends that have money. And she's like, no, that's not true. She's like, people of that make it, that are very successful in life, think outside the box. And they will listen to what you have to say. So, for example, they had tons of student loan and debt, and he's a dad of 5, and he doesn't want to work 70 hours a week. So now she says she's buying her husband back. When she hit Emerald, she bought back his Saturdays. So he doesn't work Saturdays anymore. When she hits Diamond, he's stopping. He's only working 2 days a week. And then, of course, she'll get him to double Diamond too. But the thing is that is not a goal they ever thought. His whole life has been, I'm going to be a doctor. But then he gets to be a doctor and he's working 70, 80 hours a week and missing out on his kid's life. So people of success get it. So just approach them with confidence and boldness and step outside your social circle. I tell people, if most of your social circle lives paycheck to paycheck and you don't know if they can afford it the month after, then you need to step outside that social circle a little bit and get into a different social circle. Keep working with them, of course, but keep building different groups. If y'all are Mormon on here, do not be offended. I'm not saying anything bad about Mormons, but my doctor and his wife are Mormons. And Mormons' work ethic is crazy amazing. So find a Mormon workout group, join a Mormon Facebook page,
Mormon Zumba Club,
whatever. I'm telling you, because what I said to them, I'm like, well, so how did you make it so quickly? Because her level 1 is hitting Emerald this month, and that's in 5 months. So she hit it in 7 months. Her level 1 hits it in 5 months. And they said, our religion is multi-level marketing. That's our religion. And so they said, once we realized that that's pretty much the same thing, like talking to people, their mission is to find people, they said that they just got it, and they're like, what do you call it? It's their forte. So think outside the box. Think outside the box.
And really along the same lines, we're talking about, going after more successful people. A lot of these successful business owners and doctors and physicians and whoever, like Amy mentioned, they are that way because they're motivated people, right? Like you don't go to school for 12 years or however long you need to go to school to be a dentist or an optometrist or a veterinarian if you're not a motivated person. So those same type of people are the ones that are successful in Plexus. And you know what? Like I sold cars for 10 years and I sold a lot of cars to people that made a lot of money every month. And I'll tell you, probably at least half of them, I'd see it time and again. They wouldn't get the really nice Lariat with leather because they couldn't afford that extra $30 a month. Okay, so I've sold cars to people that made 30, 40 grand a month, but they had so much debt and student loans and just blah, 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 blah. Plexus can change their lives too, and a lot of those people are looking for a better way. So,
you have any questions for us? We're just like taking over the whole call.
No, I love listening to you guys. It's always good for them to hear from someone other than Steph and I, which we mainly lead our calls. So, yeah, whatever else you guys have to share. I just love what I really got from you is your boldness. When we talked that night you were here, and just that once you changed your mindset to the boldness, everything changed. And that's what Steph and I tell everyone. I think when we both hit Ruby, we finally turned a corner and we're like, oh, we are network marketers and we're making $4,000 a month. And this is, everyone needs Plexus. And now it's crazy what we're all making now. And every level of this company, you're making really good money. So you should be proud to be doing this and proud to be a part of Plexus. And I always say our products are so amazing, but our business is equally, if not more amazing, because it's changing people's lives financially, which is what people truly struggle with.
Yeah, that's so true.
But yes, I loved when you said you changed your mindset and you're thinking on the boldness. And like you said, you changed your vocabulary. You start attracting the right people instead of like, maybe you should join me, or maybe you'd be interested, or maybe you try this. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to share what we have, basically.
And it's going to help you grow as a person. Like I have a senior Ruby on my team. She should hit Emerald this month. And she would get panic, sweats and everything when she had to do an opportunity meeting with me. There'd be 5 people in the room and she would literally feel super sick and everything. And now she's fine. Now she gets up there and leads meetings like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, the first couple meetings you could barely hear her speak. She would just talk real low and kind of look at the ground. Now she gets up there and lets them have it. She's like, we're part of Plexus, guys.
Yeah.
I'll need this.
Yeah. So it's really exciting. It's going to help you grow as a person. Okay. It'll help you. If you feel like I felt like I'm just a mom. That sounds sad to even say because being a mom is amazing. I feel like it's the greatest job on the earth. But I feel like I was losing my identity, and then like Plexus came along and I was like, whoa, like, yeah, I can do this, and it just felt really good. And you get to pick your friends to work with. Your best friends should be on board with you. If they're not, you should call them and say, what are you waiting for? You're my best friend. We've done everything together. Why are you not doing this business with me? Seriously, I want you on my team. It's $35. What do I have to do to convince you to get on board with me? That's how you should talk. Very bold and to the point.
Yes, I love that. Also, why don't you share, because that's another objection is people are like, I don't have time. And it's not so much they don't have time, it's they don't want to make the sacrifices. Amy has 7 kids, you guys, and she homeschools them. So just share with us, like you said, what are some of the sacrifices you made to get to where you are?
So the sacrifices, good job, Noelle. I gave up Netflix. which wasn't getting me anywhere in life anyways. So I felt like that time was mine. When the kids went to bed at 7 o'clock, I felt like I needed to decompress, and all I could do was not think, just sit in front of TV or something, read a book, and just de-stress. So what I did was I just replaced that time with Plexus. And trust me, guys, at first I did not do it this much. I only did about 30 minutes to an hour a day. Basically what this training is telling you to do is what I did. But as it started to grow, and as I personally saw my friend making a ton of money, I said, okay, I got my first paycheck. It was like $500. Next paycheck was about $1,000. I was like, what if I could retire Eric? What would we do? I mean, we live in Hawaii, guys. That's like super expensive. And we run vacation rentals. So on top of homeschooling my 7 kids, I had to clean vacation rentals and run them. So I felt like I don't have time to do this, but I decided that this was a priority for me. I was going to work it as hard as I could because I wanted to have this, what I have right now. We wake up in the morning and no alarm clock wakes us up. We just wake up. We're like, what should we do today? Oh, let's go to breakfast. Yeah, let's go to breakfast. Let's go to Busch Gardens. Let's go to Williamsburg. I mean, we are literally doing only what we want to do. And that is so possible if you will just push really hard for a couple years, 2 to 4 years, guys. What would you do with that kind of money if you just worked it for 2 to 4 years? Time flies. Time is going to go regardless. So if you only have 30 minutes a day to do, that's it, then you do 30 minutes a day. And you do it consistently for 2 to 4 years, 30 minutes a day. Start a timer if you have to. So you can say, I'm too busy to do Plexus, but I can fit 20 minutes in. Whatever you need to say to yourself, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but you do it for 20 to 30 minutes consistently, 2 to 4 years. And I guarantee you, you will grow. It won't be as quick as what I did or Lynn, because we decided we're just going to do this and go to the top. And so we put in hours. If you want to put in 4 hours a day, that's still less than a regular job. So whatever you want to put it in, but be consistent and be balanced. So do not, just do Plexus all the time, and never do anything else. If you have to, set time for yourself so you don't go crazy, because you don't want to start not liking Plexus because you're spending so much time doing it. You want to enjoy it because that is a passion for you, helping others get healthy and helping others achieve financial freedom. So make a balance for yourself that will work for you and your family. But I'm telling you, the harder you work this, the quicker you'll go to the top, and it will change your life. $10,000, guys, $20,000. What would you do with that? I mean, really, what would you do? Lynn's probably going to buy a mansion on the beach here soon.
No. A mansion? No, we're going to build our dream house in 3 to 5 years is our goal, but keep where we are. But you're hilarious. No, now
on the beach.
Yeah, having met you guys, my husband wants to do the Plexus bus thing, so.
Okay, have y'all all seen the bus? Have y'all all seen this bus? If not, it's pretty crazy because like I told you, I was like the person who avoided multi-level marketing. And my husband, I don't even have a decal in my car in Hawaii because I was like, that's not happening, even though I love Plexus. And so he decided to wrap this whole bus because his degree and stuff is marketing. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so embarrassing driving the country in this big orange bus. But it has been the best thing ever. We talk to so many people. We get to share the opportunity. So now I tell everybody I wear a Plexus shirt like everywhere I go now. I have decals everywhere. We have the bus. I mean, whatever you got to do to get the word out there, put a decal on your car. Put a decal on your car with your number. People will call you driving down the road.
Make it a big crazy one.
Yes, I know. I asked her, I was like, have you guys got a lot of people from the bus? She's like, yeah. You guys should see this thing. I posted the picture on the team call. It's huge. It's awesome. And yeah, I just really love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I was just going to open it up to see if anyone had questions for you guys, but you covered so much of the important stuff that I so wanted our team to hear.
Okay.
Let me see.
Our kids are sleeping, so we have time.
I was going to say, are they all back there sleeping? You're so lucky. You've got them on a great schedule. My oldest finally went to bed. It's like way too late. Okay, guys, do you guys have any questions for them? Don't be afraid to ask anything. Oh, Erica said, what about people who say they can't afford it?
So you just have to block that objection, right? Act like it's the stupid question. That's sort of what I do. Like, you want to give credence to them, but you sort of act like, oh my goodness, you can so afford this. I mean, you're going to be giving up your Haagen-Dazs, your coffee habit, maybe getting off prescription meds. It's only like $3 a day. Trust me, I paid more for that on this shake, this powder stuff that I had to mix like fruits and veggies in, and that was $150 a month. This is life-changing. Trust me, you've got to do this.
Yeah, and if you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you that you need like 4 different prescriptions to treat your malady, are you going to tell them you can't afford it?
Yeah.
Probably not. Those prescriptions get expensive.
So I basically just sort of make it sound like I don't really give credence anymore. Before, I would have gotten embarrassed and said, I had a hard time too. Like, I did, so because we budget and I had a hard time. So I saved up to get it. Like, now I don't say that because people will buy what they want to buy. I mean, you'll see people with a Coach purse and they can't afford the Coach purse. So now I say, no, you can afford this because it's only like $3 a day and you're going to save at the grocery store and you're not buying everything in sight because of your snacking habits. So I just don't give a lot of time to it because the more time you give to it, it makes you seem unsure. Does that make sense? So just answer it quickly and then move on and say something like, oh, and don't worry about that. We can get you 3 people. If you're willing to get 3 of your friends or family on a call with me, we'll get you 3 people and we'll get your product free.
Perfect. Yeah, I love that. That's how I approach it. I don't really get the cost objection because I think it's all in how you posture it and how you share it. That this is worth it, and they're crazy if they would even like question you about the price. That I tell people if this was $500 a month for the triplex, I'd pay for it.
Yes. So good.
Do you guys have any other questions for them? Or else they're just going to hang out in the Walmart parking lot.
Pretty awesome out here.
Wait, he's actually like, well, we're in a parking lot, so he'll probably go walk around Walmart and,
I was going to say, isn't Walmart open 24/7?
The Lowe's across the street, too. They've got a lot of tools.
Who's all going to convention? Well,
we have a ton of people.
Look at all
That's
of
awesome.
you. Oh, my goodness. Lori, I want your hair, by the way. It's so cute.
If you saw my awesome pictures from Arizona, Lori's who I stayed with. She had that amazing backyard. Her home is beautiful.
Oh, nice.
So cool.
So you can just get a vacation home somewhere else then.
That's on her dream board.
Yay! I know. I think we're going to live half the year in Hawaii maybe and half the year in like Florida, South Carolina or somewhere.
Florida.
I know, right?
Scott's over here. He said Neptune Beach is a good place.
Yeah. Tell Scott we need to hang out. Go pig hunt.
Oh,
yes.
Please.
You guys are hanging out in Vegas. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be on with us. We love you guys and loved hearing from you.
Thank you for having us. We love it.
You all.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, Amy.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.